Well, the lifestyle of a full-time trader can be great. You work for yourself and you can work from anywhere, but there are some things you have to do probably for homework in the evening before and in the morning when you're getting ready for the trading day. Our guest today is Anthony Drager. He's going to talk to us about what he does as a full-time trader each day. Anthony, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Tim.
Well, kind of describe for us your daily routine when you get up in the morning. Have you done any homework the night before, and then what are you looking at that morning as the markets are opening?
Well, until recently, and by recently within the last couple of years, before I hired a clerk that would gather support resistance areas, what other ancillary markets or correlated markets are doing, I would get probably, when you're efficient with it, I don't ever try to lead people on and say I spent 3 hours preparing. I think that's too much. I don't read a book before I prepare. I want to know what happened in Asia and Europe overnight, if anything, and then I want to know what to expect from economic numbers or any kind of moves overnight in our markets. And then any kind of big areas that we're looking at with certain market profile. I'm not a market profile trader, but I use that a lot for areas of support resistance. And so I have an idea of where we might go, where prices might fail, where they might reject in the markets that I'm trading in addition to those correlated markets.
Do you have certain times of the day, first hour, last hour, that you really focus on it in getting those moves?
The first couple hours. Usually if I can get the first couple of trades off in the first couple hours is when I'm usually done. I don't like trading middle of the day and even into the close because I'm a contrarian trader. So I think a lot of these moves get overextended early, they come off, and then it's rangy most of the midday. And then into the close, a lot of times you'll see breakouts, which it doesn't really line up with my strategy. So I usually like the first couple, 3 hours. It's usually a big magnet to why people like to trade. They think they can make a lot of money in a short period of time. And while you can, you have to realize why that short period of time is available.
I know for me personally, in that first half hour, if I'm sitting there in front of my computer, I'm almost ready to force a trade to get in early because there's action happening and I don't want to miss it. How do you have that patience and discipline to kind of wait for your right setup?
Because I look at what I do, because that's a great point. You always get anxious. You want to make a trade. If you had a loser, you're anxious to make a trade. If you had a winner, you're anxious to make another trade. I look at my statistics every Friday afternoon after I'm done trading in the morning, or at the end of each month, because now I've got more statistics, more trades to analyze. If you're analyzing anything day by day, or even worse, trade by trade, it's too much of a roller coaster. So you did real well, you gave some of it back. But if you look at it Friday, it condenses things and it makes it, a truer feel on how you're doing, how your strategy is performing.
And as you're monitoring those statistics, are you looking for a certain monetary goal? Do you want to make so many dollars per month since you're doing this for a living?
They're not very objective because I don't want to make a certain amount of money and then be disappointed. So as you're going along, you want to make an above average living. I've always said that because you don't know what your monthly or annual income is as a trader, and for 10 years I've traded that way. So you want to make it worth your while and make it above average, and that's subjective. That's different for everyone. But for me, I figure if I'm going to do this, and this has been throughout all my years as a trader, I wanted to make sure it was above average because I'm not guaranteed that salary.
Above average for other traders, or just for a job that maybe you would have?
For both, other traders, but also just the normal day, everyday living that people do. You want to make sure, because you don't know what you're going to make each month, each year.
Anthony, thanks for your time.
My pleasure.